What the hell is this? Fish sandwiches, quarter pounders, cheeseburgers, chicken sandwich. My God, nigga. I don't know how many women watch my channel. It's probably like 2.5. If you ever come across a guy who's just a straight dog of a human being, I'm telling you, there's a woman who probably broke his heart. She's with a nigga named Bryce. Yeah, you're donezo, buddy. Never ending stream. Boy, you crazy. Look, I'm gonna be real with y'all. When I start streaming consistently, y'all gonna get 2-3 hour streams max. I got things to do. Like, I can't be on stream the whole day. You crazy? I got a 9 to 5. What you talking about?
Racist against rappers, they all look the same to him. They used to beg him not to egg him on Halloween. You told him holler back with the suede Pumas, dollar green. Nah, I mean, heat it up till the temperature tarball. Y'all just gawk like gargoyle.
It's crazy, right? It's a canon event for every man to eventually come across a girl that really makes you question if women this generation are even worth the hassle. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you become a content creator, an influencer, a celebrity, or anything, I feel like dating becomes, ironically, a lot more difficult, because now you have the added idea of, is this person dating me for me, or is this person dating me for my money? Hey, you know what I'm saying? We're about to see examples of that, apparently. I got a video from Brando. When girls use streamers for clout, it's ridiculous. It's a cruel world out here. That's also something that most of us aren't ever gonna have to experience or worry about. All right, let's check it out.
So Lacey has become one of the biggest streamers in the world over the past year and a half, accumulating hundreds of thousands, if not millions of fans all over the world.
I'll be honest, I don't really know anything about this guy. Like, I've seen him before, but I don't really know too much. What is the purpose of this bar, bro? Like, somebody please tell me, what is the purpose of this stupid scroll bar to go nowhere? Like, come on now. Jesus is still here.
A few moments later.
And even becoming a key part of the FaZe Clan organization. But even with all of this major success in just a short amount of time, Lacey would still face some ongoing problems throughout his very young streaming career. And most of these problems all stem back to just one girl. But who exactly is this girl, and how is she negatively affecting Lacey's career? Well, that's probably what you're here to find out. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the Trap House with the biggest trapper. And while you're at it, don't forget to click that very first link down below in my description to join my Discord server and become an official member of the community. And with all of that being said, let's get into how one girl is ruining Lacey's career. So Lacey, who has only been around the streaming community for a very brief amount of time, sparked his...
What the hell is this? Is that fish sandwiches, quarter pounders, cheeseburgers, chicken sandwich? My God, nigga.
First ever live stream a lot earlier than people may think. He went live for the very first time way back in May of 2020, and he was playing...
Why'd you say way back? Like 2020 is a long time ago. It was only 5 years.
In Fortnite, which was the first ever shooting game his parents ever allowed him to play, because with him having strict parents, he wasn't allowed to play or even watch people play games like Call of Duty growing up. But unlike most creators who try to start a streaming career from literally nothing, Lacey actually averaged some pretty good numbers for his first ever live stream. He streamed for almost 2 hours and averaged about 77 viewers, while peaking at a high of 143 concurrent viewers. But
how?
Oddly enough, Lacey chose not to build on this momentum at all. Instead, he chose to live the life of most normal teenagers, working 2 jobs at Walmart and Panera Bread, while also dedicating most of his time to sports like basketball. But when he wasn't at work or on the court, Lacey began using a lot of his free time to start watching Twitch streamers such as Aiden Ross at Clicks, who's also a very important part to this entire story. So with Lacey being more of a newer gamer and his favorite game at the time being Fortnite, when he wasn't playing the game himself or with his friends, he would find himself on Twitch watching some of the best players in the world play live. And of course, this is where Lacey came across Clicks for the very first time. And if you don't know, Clicks has been one of the biggest Fortnite creators in this.
I can't even process what's happening right now, dude. This is why I do zero builds, man, because niggas build 5-star hotels if at the sound of a footstep.
For literally years now. But when Lacey started watching Clicks, he wasn't just any regular viewer within the chat. He realized that Clicks had a $5 text-to-speech on, which allowed viewers to donate $5, and any message that they chose to send with this $5 would be heard by
6
Clicks and
million
the entire
followers.
chat as well. So this is where Lacey ended up getting the bright
Is
idea
that a foot?
to troll Clicks throughout
What
the
the
course
fuck is wrong with this
of
nigga,
his
bro?
entire stream, making endless donations with funny messages at the perfect times. And while Clicks would end up getting extremely upset with some of these trolling messages, the chat on the other hand loved it and found it extremely funny.
And I lost that job, and around that time is when I started donating to Clicks, because I was using my paychecks. Like, he would have $5 TTS on, so if you donate $5 it plays your message on the screen. And for some reason I was really good at like timing things. So if he died in a game, or if I saw he was about to die, I would have it up on my second monitor, type in my message and send it and time it, so right when he died it would be like, damn, no way you just died to that guy and your girl's getting a train ran on her right now. Just stupid stuff like that.
What the hell?
And at the time when you die
I would block him.
in a game, like, you're already annoyed,
Already
and then you
tilted.
hear that in your ear right after,
Yeah.
and he would get so mad, and I would get high off of it. It would be- and then this went on for like a week
So this man was a troll. Okay.
and a half, 2 weeks, me just troll donating $5. I probably spent like $800, $900.
Jesus.
And at the time that was a lot to me, because
What? That's still a lot.
I was making $400 a month working at Panera.
And spending this money would end up
$800, $900 on donations? I don't think I've donated to a single Twitch streamer yet, bro.
becoming extremely worth it for Lacey, because not only would it get him extremely known within Clicks' community, all of this trolling will also lead to him getting invited to a Discord call with Clicks himself for the very first time, and let's just say it was extremely toxic.
What's good?
Yo, Lacey, bro.
You bitch!
Yo, are you being dead ass right now, Lacey?
You!
How old are you, bro?
Yeah, I'm 19. Scamming piece of shit.
How the f am I scamming pizza shit, you motherfucker? Shut
All
the
you do
fuck
is
up,
scam your
bro.
bitch, motherfucker! Over. I wish I see you IRL, because you know what I would do?
Let me know what you would do, bro.
Holy fuck. I would walk up to you, right? I'd beat the absolute fuck out of you,
nervous.
and then I would
You are
curse on you in GTA, bro. You're my good little
I'm
bitch.
not your good little bitch. Stop with that. All you
I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't mind having an argument like this with somebody. I love fighting with my friends, bro. Like, not having serious arguments, just talking mad shit to each other. That's my bread and butter. I love that.
have on me is I got cheated on, bro. And
Yeah,
I
you
got
got cheated on 3 times.
Like, nigga, you look like a horseshoe crab on a Sunday afternoon. Shut up. Like,
I'm not gonna sit here talking to a 17-year-old day. So you enjoy your day. You're a piece of shit, and we'll be in touch.
So this interaction between
like, what the hell?
Clicks and Lacey would end up going extremely viral all over social media, and even though Lacey didn't have any real plans of becoming a content
What the? Who is that?
creator himself, he was smart enough to realize that he had to capitalize on all of this momentum he was gaining. So in late 2023, he would start taking streaming much more seriously, and he also started
This nigga cut his hair on stream? Yeah, nah, bro. I'd rather stay at 400 subscribers on YouTube than shave my head on stream. You're crazy.
being much more consistent as well. And by the start of 2024, Lacey was streaming basically every day, building his own community, and all of this would even lead to him meeting his favorite streamer turned friend, Clicks, for the very first time. Now obviously being around Clicks changed Lacey's life for the better, but with him being around Clicks so much, it also brought a person into his life who may currently be doing more harm than good. You see, while hanging around Clicks and becoming very known within Clicks' community, he also came across a girl who was often associated with Clicks as well, that went by the name of Darla. And with the two of them
Damn, that's a crazy view behind her. What the hell?
already being known by basically the same community, it led to them collaborating a lot. They often spent a lot of time together on stream and seemed to have a very flirty relationship, which also led to many people assuming that Lacey and Darla were secretly dating off stream.
So it begins. Yeah, nah, bro. Hell no. Look at Lacey. This man looks happy as can be. No. I feel like, honestly, look, man to man, let's be real. I feel like, I don't want to say every man, but I want to say like at least 70, 80, maybe even 90% of all men eventually come across a girl that they really, really like and they flirt with, and the flirt is received well. And then you kind of assume that it's going to go further than that. And turns out the whole time she wasn't even fucking with you like that. because I'm assuming that's how this ends. Otherwise, you wouldn't be. The name of the video was using streamers for clout. Like, I think we can assume the ending, right? Like, let's be honest. This is a canon event for most men. I hope that whatever she does, I hope that it doesn't turn him into like a stone cold demon. Because I've seen that way too many times.
But the two of them always managed to shut those rumors down whenever they came up, and they would claim that they were just friends, even though I'm sure the whole world could tell that Lacey had some sort of feelings for her. Not to mention, during this time, Lacey was quickly becoming one of the breakout streamers on Twitch.
Like, to me personally, there's no way that you don't know that the dude clearly has feelings for you. Like, there's no way you don't realize that. So I think it's literally like it might very well just be a case of you just getting used for clout, because there's no way. Like, look, I don't know how many women watch my channel. It's probably like 2.5, you know. If you ever come across a guy who's just a straight dog of a human being, I'm telling you, there's a woman who probably broke his heart. That's usually, like, many such cases. That's usually like the root of all problems.
Drastic increases in both his follower and viewer count, and while that was going on, as I said, Darla was heavily involved within Lacey's content for a very long time. I mean, it even got to the point where fans online were involved within Lacey's content for a very long time. I mean,
did they kiss for real? Who is this? This nigga's look like this, Samurai Jack.
Even got to the point where fans online would even refer to Darla as Lacey's girlfriend. And of course, that will all lead to her social media shooting up as well. In fact, Lacey was becoming so popular during this time.
Nigga, is that cheese? Yo, look, alright, as a fellow fat nigga, bro, there's a limit, okay? Nigga, you got the cheese puffs spilling on you on the couch? There's no reason for this.
Well, that in mid 2020,
y'all ain't gonna see so much as a crumb of food in my room, okay? Look, I'm fat for a reason. You're not gonna see the evidence, buddy.
For it was announced to the world,
for all y'all know, I use photosynthesis,
that he would be a part of the official FaZe Clan rebuild.
Oh, he's in FaZe? You know what? I keep forgetting FaZe rebranded, bro. This is crazy.
This is where everything would completely change for Lacey.
I watched Optic more than FaZe, though.
Lacey started hitting the heights of his career,
like
seeing extreme peaks in all of his numbers. But unfortunately, during this special era, things would start to crash between him and Darla. You see, after fans did their FBI work, and Lacey himself even caught Darla in multiple lies that included things as bad as lying about her location, flirting with other guys, and even linking up with one of her exes.
She puts his hand in his lap. They start like, they're like touching each other's hands and shit. His hand's on her thigh. He's rubbing up and down her thigh. He's got one arm around her waist at one point, like on her.
I'm not gonna lie, Lacey, you are giving me insane flashbacks right now, bro. Like, holy, yo. Yo, look, man, let me talk to y'all heart to heart, okay? Heartbreak, accepting, like, heartbreak is one thing, but learning that you were never even viewed as that, in that way, the entire time, is one of the worst feelings ever, bro. Like, and I guarantee you this dude is gonna be in denial about it. Like, come on, bro, I can read this like a book. He's not gonna, the evidence is gonna be right here. He's probably gonna have multiple people telling him what's up, what's happening, and dude is still gonna make the dumbest decision of all, and that's to trust whatever she says. It happens. It really happens. It happens to guys who genuinely don't deserve it. And honestly, you just have to charge it to the game. You just have to learn that some people are just not good people. Some people will genuinely use you, let you use yourself. Like, they're not, like, I guarantee you this girl probably didn't even have to tell him to do anything. He was probably already going out of his way to do stuff for her, and she was just letting him do it, knowing damn well that she's not gonna ever lock him down like that. I ain't finna go into my business, but I definitely went through something similar. All I'm gonna say is that somebody was telling me to my face one thing, and then behind my back, oh no, we're just friends. It be like that, bro. I thought I stopped the recording for a second.
Just like touching each other. And I just witnessed her get off the phone with her boyfriend saying she loves him.
Like, whether you like it or not, Darla and Bryce, I never lie, they're locked in. Just know that I said that. They're locked in.
Yeah, she's with a nigga named Bryce. Yeah, you're donezo, buddy. I've never met a person named Bryce and they weren't a bit of a F boy.
You will see them months from now and you're gonna realize it's not a lie. You're literally going to realize it's not a lie.
So you're telling me Darla and Bryce orchestrated this whole thing for her to basically use me for clout?
Yes. Oh, and let's talk about the contract. So
After finding all of this out, doesn't
A
make
contract.
Lacey look extremely crazy on the internet, because this is someone who Lacey did a lot of content with, and like I said, fans literally were calling her his girlfriend. So to have all of this be
And she let him do that, and she was still doing all that stuff behind his back. Yeah, nah, you're dealing with a demon.
brought to the public eye, it definitely made Lacey feel a little embarrassed and maybe even heartbroken as well. And with fans quickly piecing together the puzzle, Lacey knew that he had to spark a stream to tell the world the truth.
You going to see your ex and lying about it to me is crazy. You can't come on a yacht because you're going to Tampa to see your family and then lying and going and hanging out with your ex.
Many such cases, bro. Holy, yo, what? I'm starting to feel like Darla was my ex. What the hell? What? Yeah, nah, bro. And I guarantee you're saying all this, but I guarantee you, given the chance, you're probably gonna take her back. Like, it happens, bro. It takes a couple of heartbreaks before you finally fully accept what happened.
That is not maturity. That's being a telling me you're gonna come
Look, hey, tell your truth, bro. Tell your truth, but you gotta stand on this. You can't just say all this and then fold.
see me and talk to me when I haven't seen you in 2 weeks, but then tell me last minute you can't make it in time because you're golfing with your ex. That's not maturity.
That forehead is insanity, bro. I'm gonna need you to back up a little bit. Look. I'm telling you, look, and he might be playing it up for the camera, but I guarantee you he's genuinely, if he really, like, I don't know about these streamers. These streamers be lying about everything sometimes. They be faking entire relationships and dramas. I don't know. But if he really did like her for real, and she really was doing him dirty like this, he might be playing it up for the camera, but that man is genuinely hurt. He's genuinely hurt, and he's just trying to play it off and play it up for the camera.
Make it in time because you're golfing with your ex.
Back up.
That's not maturity. That's being a whore.
I can read your thoughts, bro. Back up, please.
And then pulling the bullshit. It's called maturity. You could be friends with your ex. Cool. Go ahead and be friends with your ex. But there's clearly something going on when you're lying about where you're at to go see your ex. I did all this shit for you, right? For you to go back the day you get home from LA and see your ex and get in an argument with him about me. I don't care, I'm airing it out.
And with how popular the two of them have gotten while they were creating content together, the news of all of this ended up spreading across the entire streaming community rather quickly, and it was clear that it left Lacey in a bad headspace. But luckily, even though Lacey was going through all of this with Darla, he already had some great friends in his corner who would make sure he was okay during the entire situation. So with having such a great group of friends around him in FaZe Clan, this is where Lacey decided to turn all of this embarrassment and heartbreak into a serious grind. He was already in the gym prior to all of this even happening, but after the entire situation that had just transpired, he decided to lock in even more, and that led to a massive weight loss.
Wow. From over 300 to 199. Wow. I gotta catch up.
Rather quickly, but that was nowhere near the end of the success Lacey had. In September of 2024, FaZe Clan would start their first ever group subathon, and this 30-day never-ending stream would end up changing every member of FaZe Clan's life. And
Never ending stream. Boy, you crazy. Look, I'm gonna be real with y'all. When I start streaming consistently, y'all gonna get 2-3 hour streams max. Boy, what? I got things to do. Like, I can't be on stream the whole day. You crazy?
Including
I got a 9 to 5. What you talking about?
Lacey's. During this month alone, Lacey reached the viewers that he's never seen before, while also accumulating well over 50,000 active Twitch subscribers. And this all led to him becoming a top 10 streamer within the country as well. So it's safe to say that subathon definitely helped Lacey get through his situation, or so it seemed at least, because even during this subathon and months after, Lacey did a variety of streams with multiple girls. Some
Lacey takes Ozempic? Oh, brother.
Which did OF, others may have just been TikTok famous, but none of these girls really became a long-lasting character on Lacey's stream or really developed a serious bond with him at all. I mean, there was maybe one girl who may have gotten a little close to Lacey throughout the subathon, but that all ended pretty quickly due to case.
Living with opioid
Oh my god. Do I look like an opioid addicted?
addiction
Come on, bro.
can be a struggle. Supplicate with Counseling is for adults with moderate to severe.
I've never taken an opioid a day in my life. Why am I getting an addiction commercial? What? Google really just be guessing, bro.
They have gotten a little close to Lacey.
But somebody said fucking kiss her. Oh my goodness,
Throughout
bro.
the subathon, but that all ended pretty quickly due to Kason.
I don't want you to get played with, bro. Why am I being a bad person for not wanting my homie to get played with?
It has nothing to do with that. It's the fact that like that's just something that personal and private should not be brought on the internet.
Yo, bro, he asked the question, I answered the question. Straight up.
What was the question?
I'm sorry that happened. Bro, and I think it's weird that she tried to f with you when she sucked my. That's weird. Oh my god.
Oh, hell no. See, look, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I could never do streams like this, man, because I don't like my business being out there like that. Like, that's crazy work. Like, that's something you tell me in private, and we handle it privately. Like, men, like, we're like, all right, I'm gonna dub this girl, but like, Jesus.
Anyways, as I was saying, none of these girls really caught Lacey's attention at all, but this would eventually lead to him going back to some rather bad habit. Over the past few months, whenever Lacey took a trip to a certain state or announced he was going somewhere for a few days, fans that didn't really have lives would begin doing some detective work, and this led to them piecing together some Snapchat stories and things like that.
That's insane, bro.
May have indicated that Lacey and Darla were spending some time together off stream.
What the hell?
That may have.
Rumors are swirling that Lacey and Darla are back together. Lacey reposted this scripted TikTok and Darla is reposting TikToks of them back in. I don't care, bro. I don't care. I just can't bring myself to care this much.
Indicated that Lacey and Darla were spending some time together off stream.
But I called it though. I called it. Like, what are we talking about? I know this. I've been through this, man. It's gonna take like 2 or 3 heartbreaks before it finally fully sets in to what he really is to her, and then that's when he can fully move on.
But as soon as any of these claims came towards Lacey's attention, he would quickly deny them. It wouldn't come until recently where it became basically undeniable that him and Darla were in fact talking again and spending time together in private. And this would probably—
what are these little figurines in the background? I don't be knowing shit, bro.
This would be the worst thing that's happened.
Them things
so
are probably
far
worth
Lacey's
some
career
money
because it led to a magnitude of drama.
Right? But it's also because I knew that you guys were just spamming me, and then I was just ignoring it. So I figured I might as well just be completely honest. Yes, last night I went out to dinner with a group of people, and yes, Darla was there. Yes, we went to dinner.
He's a human being. I'm gonna be honest. If he didn't crack though, you're outrageous. Like, if you ain't at least crack, like, come on, bro. like I just hate that he has to tell the internet that. Like, that's crazy. I hate that he has to tell that to the internet. Like, that's got to be so embarrassing, bro.
Even Lacey's closest friends would have to tell him the very harsh truth in order to snap him back into reality. But unfortunately, it seems like all of the drama that's stemming from this really just started becoming a bit too much for Lacey, because not only was his own community upset with him, his closest friends and people that he calls brothers were extremely disappointed in him as well, which unfortunately led to Lacey announcing his indefinite break from streaming.
I saw everything people were saying because of decisions I was making, and I thought that it was me against the world. Everyone hates me, and I was victimizing myself, to be honest, and trying to use that to cope, knowing I was making bad decisions.
Yo, the more I watch this, the more I feel for this dude, because I went through the same thing, bro. Multiple of my friends were trying to tell me the same exact thing. Like, dude, she's not claiming you. Dude, that's not the one for you. You're being stupid. Like, leave her alone, bro. And sometimes it's just hard. Like, if you are a real, like, lover guy, like, you really fall in love hard, it's so hard to just, you know, your brain is telling you one thing, but it's like you can't help how you feel sometimes. So it's like, it's hard. But though, this shows what kind of person you are, though. If your friends being disappointed in you, because that's what it took for me. It took my friends being disappointed in me for me to finally get the kick in the ass that I needed to realize that I had to leave my situation, right? Because I got genuinely really good friends, and I hope that's the same thing happens with him, you know. Because the thing about it is that the friends are gonna be there, but they're gonna let you know that they're not happy. Like, something hits different about being told that somebody disappointed in you. Like, damn, I let you down. That it hits different, bro. And it's honestly the wake up call that a lot of people need. But, you know, coming at him sideways, talking crazy to him, talking shit, like, he's a human being, bro. You know what I'm saying? And let's be real, he's a bigger dude. This Darla girl is probably the baddest girl he's ever gotten. Like, you gotta give him a little bit of a reprieve for that. You gotta be a little understanding. You gotta be firm and assertive, but you gotta be a little understanding, you know? Assuming all of this is real. At the same time, like, I don't be knowing what's real and what's fake with streamers.
I'm gonna explain to you guys where I'm at mentally and where I've been mentally over these past few weeks, months. I know my friends are upset with me and I let them down, and that hurts me more than anything, because those are the people I love and genuinely care about. And seeing them upset with me because I'm not putting myself first, and I'm letting other people take advantage of me over and over and over again, and what not only me but we've built as a group, and that hurts me. But another thing is seeing my community let down by me, which is never what I wanted. I never wanted to let any of my friends or my community down. I don't do this, I've never done this, but I'm going to be taking some time away from streaming. I don't know how long, I don't know when I'll be back. You guys know me, it probably won't be long, but I'm going to go.
Now, I do think that it's good that Lacey's taking a break, because we all know that the internet is a very harsh place. And it's
very toxic too, like. This microphone is on its last leg, bro. If I even breathe on it the wrong way, it disconnects. As toxic and harsh as the internet is, there's no way people will let him get away with this. People will let him live this down. There's no way. There's no way.
It's even worse when the people closest to you are disappointed in you as well. But this isn't really the first time we've seen like an attractive girl try to take advantage of an upcoming streamer. Yeah. This has happened with all types of streamers who've blown up within the last few years. Women who usually do some form of OF or social media in general tend to just spawn around.
Ain't that... What's that dude's name? I know people hate him. That's all I know.
Streamers who seem
I don't be keeping up with streamer stuff.
A bit more on the nerdy side, or maybe they just look like they didn't get many girls prior to the fame and money.
Yeah.
And these types of girls usually just come around these streamers and act like they like them or date them for a few weeks or months, whatever the case may be, to literally just use them and take advantage of their popularity. I mean,
you never believe that it'll happen to you until it happens to you. And that's just how it is, bro. Like, cause you hear about it all the time, but then to really actually be in that situation, and you've never been in that situation before, it's really hard to accept the fact that no, this girl don't like you. She's using you. Like, it's easier said than done, especially if you're somebody who's never had a girl like that before. Like, it's really hard to accept the fact that this person who you fell for, who you were putting all your chips into this basket, never had any positive intentions with you from the get-go. Like it's hard to accept that because you don't, you know what I mean? Like nobody wants to tell themselves that. Nobody wants to tell them that the girl that they like is just using them. Like nobody wants to accept that. That's not, you know what I mean? But it's unfortunate that it happens.
I mean, just look at Jinxie and Brecky Hill, for example. That was literally one of
I know Jinxie, I don't know Brecky Hill.
the most random things I've ever seen. But situations like this is exactly what ended up happening to Lacey. Thankfully, though, he does have a great group of people around him who only want the best for him. And they're not going to allow a person like that to just come into his life and ruin everything that he's built. So hopefully this breakaway from streaming doesn't last too long or negatively affect Lacey's career.
Damn, they calling him broke bitch. Shut the fuck up, you're farming.
I personally think he'll come back to his senses rather quickly and return back to streaming soon, but that's just my personal opinion. As you guys know, the only opinion that really matters to me is you guys' opinion. So with that being said, be sure to let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Do you think that Darla is ruining Lacey's career, or do you think that it's Lacey's fault because he keeps going back to her? Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and while you're at it, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to join me on my journey to 15K. And also, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy the video, be sure to give me a thumbs down.
I got you, gang. Thumbs up, definitely. My final thoughts, is she ruining his career? No. In fact, I'd argue that this is a good thing that's happened, because it's better to go ahead and experience this and have that under your belt and have that as a learning experience so it never happens to you again. You know what I'm saying? Because it's good that, I don't know how long this lasted, but it's good to go ahead and like experience it firsthand, so that when it happens again, when you start seeing the signs, you're not so hesitant to accept the fact that you're that you're being used, you know? Because Lord forbid, like Lord heaven forbid, this happens again and he gets in too deep and he gets to the point where like she actually can start obtaining his assets and stuff and start, you know what I'm saying, like start taking half. Like, you don't want to be in that situation. You don't want to be in denial in that situation. That's, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that it's happened to him. I'm not glad that he's going through it, but I'm glad that he's getting this experience and he's gonna learn from it. It's gonna be like an antibody. You know, you contract the disease, your body learns the disease, so the next time it happens, you can fight it off better. That's pretty much what's happening here. This honestly made me look at Lacey. I only seen clips of him casually, like him saying some stupid shit like the minimum wage can get you like $40K a year, like, or some shit like that. Like that nigga clearly didn't know what he was talking about. But it made me look at him, and honestly, I assuming everything is genuine and for real, made me look at him and see a little bit of myself in him. Whoa, pies. I hope Lacey gets it together, and I hope he goes back to streaming, and I hope that he's able to dub that girl and go on to live his best life. You know, I don't hate the guy. I barely even know about him. But anyway, y'all make sure y'all have a beautiful day and don't get used.